Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. I'm glad you decided to pop in. It is November 1st, 2024 at 10:30 p.m. Glad to have you with me, and that means that we're ending up a wonderful master topic series tonight. We're talking about that's Understanding the Power of Good Deeds, Series 3, Show 44. Go ahead and get yourself something refreshing from the fridge, maybe some leftover Halloween candy, perhaps a nice icy cold milkshake, maybe something hot, maybe some water, or perhaps some fruit or something else. So go ahead and run and get that, and I'll be right here. Do check out BelieveMeAchieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. Thank you so much for being here. It really does mean a lot to me that you've taken the time to watch the podcast or to listen. Welcome to Inspirations of Your Life. I'm your host, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I'm so thrilled to guide you through today's enlightening episode focused on creating lasting connections. In our fast-paced world, building strong relationships is essential for both personal and professional growth. Today, we're going to explore key elements that contribute to meaningful connections. Hey, you, hurry back from the kitchen. We want to get started, all right? Okay. So when we think about a meaningful connection, a lot of people say, gee, what can that person do for me? But it's not about what that person can do for me. It's how we can coexist in the world and help each other. But I think that becomes a miss for some people. It's like, oh, gee, they've got this, they've got that. Well, they can help me. But you never think about how you can help them, right? It always just be a two-way street. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is our topic for this evening. In case you guys did not know the topic of this evening, I'm going to let you know. The topic for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is this: Empower, Connect, Inspire, your guide to meaningful relationships, Series 3, Show 44, episode number 7. Do check out my hat, BelieveMeAchieve.com, for more great content. So when we think about meaningful interactions, to create connections, it is vital to focus on building relationships based on trust and shared experience. Some people like to call this integrity. These interactions will deepen your understanding of the other person and pave the way for authentic connections that can withstand the test of time. People that don't want to get to know you are what I like to call superficial. They're just out for the kill. They're out for what you can do. They're out for the money you have. They're out for what favor you can do for them. That's the problem with superficial people. Now, it happens regardless of whether somebody has money or not, because anyone can be abused for the resources that they have. And so I think it's important to understand from the get-go that you're not going to be that type of person. I hope you're not, because if you're watching these shows, I believe that you have integrity and that you value what you contribute to this world and the things that you get out of this world, right? All right. So we're talking about this whole thing of creating lasting connections. So now that we know meaningful interactions is a key, right? Number 2, be present. Active listening and engagement are essential to strengthening our relationships. By being fully present in conversations, we show others that we value their thoughts and feelings, fostering a sense of closeness and mutual respect. Now, notice I said we show others. Now, we don't tell others, because I've always said to you that what we don't say is more important than what we do say, right? Our actions speak louder than words. And if we don't do anything, well, then that will speak louder as well. So consistency, ladies and gentlemen, it matters. Regular communication and small gestures are the backbone of enduring relationships. It's not always about grand declarations. Sometimes it's a simple text or a thoughtful note. It can make all the difference in keeping the connection alive. Maybe you remembered somebody's birthday, or maybe you heard that somebody's relative was sick, or their kid was sick, or something like that. It's great to check in and say, hey, I heard your mom wasn't feeling well. I just brought some flowers over. I know she likes azaleas, or I know she likes roses. So I just thought I'd bring some over, hoping that she'll be feeling better soon. And that will not only help that person that's feeling ill, but the person you brought them to give to her is gonna be like their eyes are gonna perk up, like, wow. So that's important. But that's not all. We also need to understand the joy of giving and its profound impact on our lives and relationships. So we talked about the roses, right? So when we give, it boosts happiness. Studies have shown that giving enhances our own well being and brings immense joy. It creates a positive feedback loop where the act of giving uplifts both the giver and the receiver. It also strengthens relationships. Acts of giving, no matter how small, deepen our connections with others. When we show kindness and generosity, we create bonds that are enriched by gratitude and shared experiences. Maybe you're taking a trip to some foreign island, or maybe even somewhere within the States. And you remember your friend. Maybe you get them a t-shirt. Maybe you get them a pen. Maybe a postcard. Just something to let them know you're thinking about them. I know when I went to Europe many times, one of the most important things to me, because my family was all back here in the United States, and I went to Italy the first time, I wrote postcards every time I was doing something. So if I went to, let's say, Rome, I'd write a postcard. I wrote a postcard at least once a week. I tried to write a postcard at least every couple days. And the thing is, a lot of the postcards I knew would take a while to get back. So I was away for a month, so I knew that by the time they actually saw the first postcard, it could take 3 weeks. So it was important to get those postcards out right away. Inspire generosity, not because you have to, but because you want to. Your giving can serve as a powerful catalyst for inspiring others to act. When people witness acts of kindness, it often encourages them to pay it forward, create a ripple effect that amplifies the impact of generosity within our communities. Lastly, I think it's important that we discuss how we inspire others to act and how you can motivate those around you to act. Now, you might say, John, some people just don't want to act, and you could be right. But that also tells me that that's someone you probably don't want to be around. I'm being truthful. There are some people you just do not want to be around. And, that could sound a little bit crazy, but the truth of the matter is, it's not. It comes from your genuine authenticity, okay? And so one thing I want to share with you in this little brigade is leading by example. One of the most effective ways to inspire change is by demonstrating the values and actions you want to see in others. When you embody the behavior you wish to inspire, you naturally encourage others to follow suit. So maybe you want to set a clear vision. Provide a compelling reason for others to take action. This is so crucial. When people understand the quote unquote why behind an action, they're more likely to engage and commit to it, whether it's in a team setting or within a personal setting, or maybe in a corporation, right? Maybe it's with clients. So visions are important, but I want to let you know that the vision is not everything. Visions give us inspiration to get thought, and then that thought propels us forward to, guess what? Take that action, right? Empower others. Equipping people with the tools and confidence they need to act is essential. Empowerment leads to greater self-efficacy and encourages individuals to step out of their comfort zones, ultimately fostering a culture of action and collaboration. I'm going to share a story now. There was this person that was actually, he was a Starbucks. And this guy was, really feeling low because he's someone that wasn't accepted. And I saw this, actually it was on social media. I've seen it some other places, but I keep seeing this over the last couple of years. So this one person basically likes to date the same gender. But because of that, he just kind of put himself up in a ball. And he almost wanted to cry. And maybe he was silently to himself. And he just was so depressed, like didn't want to be around. He didn't want to talk to anyone. He didn't even want to do his job anymore. He just wanted to be in a finite compartment where he didn't have to interact with people. And something interesting happened. There was a coworker that lent him an ear and a shoulder and an arm to empower him to say, you know what? You're on the right track. You've got a great future ahead of you. And just because a few people don't resonate with you, that doesn't mean you should leave the world. That doesn't mean that you should stop being who you want to be inside you. Doesn't mean that. They're the ones messed up, not you. I know they're giving you the premise that you're messed up, but I'll be truthful with you. You're not. And after that moment, he got strength back. Strength so that he felt confidence. And for the last 3 years, this post has been going up on different social media. And it goes up right around late, I'm going to say, October, early November. It just went up yesterday. And I think the main gist of it is that if you're somewhere and someone doesn't feel accepted, reach out and give them some support. Empower them. It'll make them feel better. They'll have that sense of more dopamine dropping in their brain, so they're going to get that natural high. And you're going to feel better for helping them. That's pretty wild, isn't it? So before we wrap up tonight, I want to let you know, again, the most important thing is you have to empower people, you have to connect, and you have to inspire. You have to strive, ladies and gentlemen, to build meaningful interactions and great connections. Okay? If somebody doesn't reciprocate, that might not be someone that you're going to build a meaningful connection with, right? It's got to be a two-way street. Be present. It's not the time when you're talking to somebody to be on your phone or be playing video games. It's not the time for that. Consistency. Don't do something just today because you think you should do it today, but then you don't do it ever again. Boost your happiness. Studies have shown that when we give from the heart, it enhances our own well-being, as I said, and it brings us immense joy. And that is felt to other people, and then it boomerangs back to us. Strengthen relationships. That's what acts of giving do. It could be something as maybe making a homemade card for someone. It could be making them some soup. It could be picking up their newspaper. Or maybe you knew that they ran out of milk and you went and grabbed them some milk before they had to go get it. Inspire generosity. That's a trait that a lot of people don't understand. When you give and serve, it's a powerful catalyst, as I said, for getting others to act. People want to be in an environment where they feel good. Now, there are some people that are selfish. Let's just not, hide that. Some people are all about themselves. But what I found with the people that are all about themselves, even though they might get far in life, they eventually will be very unhappy. You know why? Because what they have has no meaning. I've told you every day that I live for two reasons: to become a better version of myself and help others become better versions of themselves. And so by thinking and believing that and doing that every day, I'm making a difference in this world. Whether I have 2 people watching, whether I have 5,000, whether I have 20, it's about how I can impact someone else's life. I think that's probably one of the most important things. and lead by example, right? Don't tell someone to do something, show them. When they see you're acting in that manner, most likely they're going to appreciate it and they're going to want to mimic it. Set clear visions often. Make sure the visions provide you the ability to get compelling reasons that can inspire others to take action. Empower others with tools of confidence, letting people know that they're doing a great job, letting people know that they're on the right path. And you might say, gee, John, what's that going to do for me? Like, why should I do that? You should do that because when you empower others, you actually empower yourself. And I know there's some people that are going to be listening and watching and saying, oh, John, I don't have time for that. I've got so much to do. I'm a father, or I have 3 kids, or I volunteer, or, I work, and I don't have time for all that. Well, if your life doesn't have time to empower others, then I feel very sad for you, because then you're just going through the life by only the motions. And you're not getting a true sense of purpose that you can connect yourself to and that you can leverage to help others. I'm not saying everybody does this, but what I am telling you is that if you make the choice to do this, I guarantee you our world will be a much better place. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's always such a privilege, a pleasure and honor to be with you guys on a day or an evening to share knowledge, nuggets, whether it's on Inspirations for Your Life, J Moore Tech Talk Show, short form content, long form content, my quick reels. I love to inspire you guys. And by inspiring you, I hope that it gets you to take action. Please comment, please share. Let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening or morning, depending on what time it is by you, as we kick off now, being the first actual day in November, which is Friday, November 1st. Tomorrow will be November 2nd. So it's great to be with you. And that means we're going to have a brand new master topic. I hope that you've learned something, and I hope that you realize empowering others is not overrated. When you do it with passion and integrity, it will come back to you tenfold. When you do it with your hand out, well, it's not going to help you. And you're just going to be waiting. When's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? Because you didn't do it from your heart. You didn't do something with the intent to get something back. I mean, maybe you wanted something, but you didn't do it for that intent. That's what makes the difference, ladies and gentlemen. That's what makes this world a better place. Again, have yourself a wonderful evening, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for a brand new master topic.